Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. This week's Parsha is Mishpatim. At the end of Parshas Mishpatim, it tells us as what took place just prior to the revelation at Sinai. It states that Moshe Rabbeinu gathered all of Klal Yisrael by Mount Sinai, and he erected an altar upon which he brought various offerings, and Klal Yisrael entered into a covenant at that point in time. And it says, Vayal Moshe v'Aharon, Moshe, he ascended Mount Sinai, Aharon ascended Mount Sinai to a certain point, Nadav and Avihu, the two sons of Aharon, Shivim Miziknei Yisrael, 70 of the elders of Israel. Vayiru, Nadav and Avihu and the 70 elders, they perceived, as Elekei Yisrael. They were able to see the glory of Hashem. Can't see Hashem. Hashem is nothing physical, but they were able to perceive a divine presence. The Sachas Raglav, underneath the footstool, so to say, of this divine presence that they perceived, Kamaisa Livnas Hasafir, something that looked like a sapphire brick, Uke'etzam Hashemayim L'toiha, and also it had the purity of the essence of the heavens. Rashi tells us, quotes the Gemara Masechta Soita, what is this sapphire brick? What is the brick all about? It was before Hashem, from the time of our servitude unto the Egyptians. And this was before Hashem's footstool, Lizkar Tzarasan Shal Yisrael. This was a reminder of the tsar, the hardship, the suffering of Klal Yisrael, in which we were afflicted to make bricks and to build with the bricks. It was the symbol of our suffering. Therefore, Hashem had this sapphire brick that was before him, so this way he would remember the suffering of his beloved Klal Yisrael. And what was the pure essence of heaven? This is the light and the delight, the joy from the moment of Klal Yisrael's redemption. This was before Hashem. This is the prophecy that these elders and Nadav and Avihu were able to perceive. Question is, Beni Yerucham Levovitz poses, number one, what is the purpose of this prophecy? What was Hashem showing them this? What is this all? What are they supposed to walk? Oh, we saw this, and what does it mean? Second, how do we understand that Hashem is commemorating? He has this sapphire brick, never to forget the suffering of Klal Yisrael. A human being needs a memorial. We need something to help us remember. But Hashem, Ein Shikha. There's no forgetfulness in regards to Hashem. That's a human condition, a human trait. Hashem doesn't forget. Past, present, future, it's all before Hashem in the same moment. Hashem created time. Well, why would Hashem need to have a zikaron, as the Gemara says, lizkar tzarasan, to remember? Hashem doesn't forget. Benu Yerucham explains that indeed the purpose of this prophecy was that even Hashem, in which there is no forgetfulness, everything is before him, clear as if it is happening right now. Nevertheless, Hashem says there should be a memorial. There should be something to serve as a constant reminder. Why is this important? Because it's important for humanity, that humanity should not forget. Because when we forget, we lose track of who we are and what our purpose is. And we lose sight of the thoughts of others and what they truly feel in their hearts. To explain, the Exodus of Egypt, fundamental in Judaism. From the Exodus of Egypt, as the Ramban explains, it was demonstrated by God for all mankind, for all generations, that He is the sole creator. He created everything. He created it, and He is in control of it. He didn't create it and then abandon. He is in control. He can do as He wills, and there is no other force, nothing to prevent Hashem from fulfilling what He wishes. And Hashem is aware and involved in human affairs. These four principles form the foundation of our faith and our knowledge of Hashem, and we see it was demonstrated in Egypt. Hashem brought the plagues. He controls the water, He controls the earth, He controls life, He controls the animals, He controls the wind, He controls the light and the darkness, He controls the life of animals, the life of human beings. God is in total control. There is nothing. There is no element, not wind, not earth, not fire, nothing that exists that is not under the total exclusive control of Hashem. Hashem will do as He wishes because He is the exclusive creator and master. And Hashem did this and brought the retribution upon the Egyptians on behalf of Klal Yisrael. Hashem was aware. He knows. This element of the Exodus of Egypt, it's the very first of the 10 Commandments. Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I am the Lord your God. Doesn't say that I created the heavens and the earth, something from nothing, impossible. But it says, Asher Sicha mieretz Mitzrayim, mi beis avodim. I took you from the land of Egypt, from a house of slavery. Because creation, God is incredible. But that doesn't mean He's involved. But from the Exodus of Egypt, Hashem is telling us, I am Hashem, I exist, I am the creator, I am in control, I am the master, I am the exclusive master, and I am here for you and I love you. This is fundamental to Judaism. But the Exodus happened thousands of years ago. And yet we find that the Torah tells us we have so many mitzvahs that are zeicha liyetzias Mitzrayim, to make us consciously aware, uniquely aware, constantly aware of this Exodus. We make Kiddush Friday night, every Shabbos, and we say, zeicha liyetzias Mitzrayim. This is God who gave us Shabbos and took us out of Egypt. Our tzitzis. Ani Hashem Elokecha Meshoit Seisichem Yeretz Mitzrayim. I'm the Lord your God who took you out of Egypt. Tefillin. God took us out of Egypt with a strong hand and an outstretched arm. A mezuzah reminds us of the Paschal Lamb where they took the blood and they put it on the doorposts. Sukkah. It reminds us of the clouds of glory in which God sheltered us. And what about the Yontif itself of Pesach? Here we have a Yontif to celebrate. And not just that, in each and every home, we have a Pesach Seder. Children delight, parents are overjoyed as with their children's participation. And what are we talking about? Why is this night different? Dayenu, look what Hashem has done for us. All about the Exodus of Egypt. All of these mitzvahs are to not just reaffirm our belief, but to be a constant reminder. Zecher liyatziyas, to remind us. The word zecher means to remind us. We are reminded by virtue of all these mitzvahs of that which took place. Hashem is showing us when something happens, if it's something remarkable, if it's something beneficial, remember it. Do something to remember. Don't just say, oh, that's a wonderful. No, remember it. Person gets married, every year is an anniversary. Remember, delight, be overjoyed, be thankful to Hashem. Remember, don't forget. That's what this prophecy is all about. That's what Hashem was revealing to them. That Hashem is saying, I don't need any reminders. There's no forgetfulness. And yet I'm going to have the sapphire brick, because one should always take what impresses them, what is so important, and seize it and turn it into something which will be a reality that lives with us, because human nature is such that without these reminders, we become complacent. We lose our enthusiasm, we lose our appreciation, and we can lose sight of everything that has happened. We take for granted. When Israel became a state in 1948, it was a miracle from Hashem, giving us an opportunity to return to our promised land. And all of the wars that happened in 48 and 56, in 67 and 73, over and over and over. And Hashem has been there for us, taking care of us, watching over us. And we take it for granted. Oh, yeah, there's a state of Israel. Oh, the politics. Oh, I like this. I'm conservative. I'm liberal. I'm this. I'm that. So this party, that party. It's a miracle. It's remarkable that the United Nations, the anti-Semitic United Nations, that they had a vote in which Israel was granted statehood. And even now, October 7th, that happened last year, the shock, the horror, it's something that, well, you know, a person can't live with this constantly. It's true. We can't deal with it. We can become depressed, but we cannot forget. Never forget. We can't forget. The horrors, the heartache, the turmoil, the trauma that people are experiencing. You know, we see today, oh, another hostage release. Oh, look how daunted, look how thin they are. This is terrible. It's not just terrible. Yes, we rejoice with the release of the hostages. No question. But we cannot forget what they did. We're going to sit down and negotiate with these people. We cannot forget who and what they are. They are brutal animals who have no appreciation for human life, not their own, not anyone. They are devout anti-Semites who live for the destruction of Israel and Jews and anyone who's not of their faith. If we think that their hatred is limited to just Jews in Israel, we're making a terrible mistake. We cannot forget. We must remember. We must do something that we should remember. Get together once a year or whatever it is. It's nice. But we need to do more. We need to have the sapphire brick in front of us in our homes. There are those in their homes that they leave a portion on a wall in which it's not finished. Why? A magnificent mansion they live in. And when you walk in, there's an area. It's not finished. What does it mean? It means that we remember the destruction of the temple. Oh, we have Tisha B'Av, whatever. Yeah, Tisha B'Av, very important. But the temple, we lost the temple. We don't even know what we lost. We don't know what we had. We need to have a zecher to remember. We need to remember who we are. We are God's chosen people. We stood at Sinai. We received his Torah. We are the ones through whom God demonstrated for all eternity that he is the creator, the exclusive master, involved in human affairs. He is in total control. Our relationship with Hashem, we must remember this. Let's not just leave it for a Pesach Seder and a Manishtana. Let's recognize and seize all the mitzvahs that we have to realize the wonderful relationship we have with Hashem, that we have been chosen to receive and fulfill his mitzvahs. We must remember who we are. We must remember and appreciate what Hashem has given us, our friends, our family, our children, our grandchildren. We should show appreciation to Hashem for his magnificent gifts. And we also have to remember who our enemies are and not to forget. Hashem should bless us, that we should all have good health and peace, and we should be able to witness the revelation of Mashiach speedily in our lifetime. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay Jewish. Have a wonderful Shabbos.